Welcome to Business School, ladies and gents. My name is Lance McFarlane. I'm your math teacher for today. And what will we be looking at today? Simplifying algebraic expressions. Now, today specifically, I want to be looking at fractions. All right? So, in a previous episode, we had done some simplifying expressions, but none were fractional, really. So today I want to dive into fractions. But before we actually dive into the algebraic expressions that are fractions, I want us to go back to primary school days and just remember how to simplify a normal, let me show you. So here we have, all right, so we have, let's say 3 over 5. Guys, are you seeing that? 3 over 5. And let's say we're gonna add 1 over 2. So it's 3 over 5 and we're adding 1 over 2. So 3/5 plus a half. How do we do this, ladies and gents? Now, you'll remember that we are going to be looking for the LCM, or the lowest common multiple, that for these two numbers, 5 and 2. Now, what is the lowest number that 5 and 2 can go into, ladies and gents? We know that it is 10. All right? It is 10. So we write the 10 there. By the way, you know, 10 is the same as 5 times 2. All right? So in a situation like this, you could have actually written 5 times 2 down here, like this. 5 times 2. 5 times 2. And I want you to bear this in mind. I want you to bear this in mind. All right, so 5 times 2. So the 5 can go into it and the 2 can go into it. All right, ladies and gents. So 5 2 is 10. Now, 5 into 10 goes how many times? We all know 5 into 10 goes 2 times, but let me just do something right here. 5 times 2 divided by 5. So 5 into 5 twos. All right, 5 cancels 5, that leaves you with 2. All right, so that's what I'm doing it slightly different than you would have learned it, but ladies and gents, follow me, because this is going to help you now with the algebra. All right, so 5 into 5 twos, or 5 into 10, goes 2 times. And then what would you do with that 2? You'd say 2 threes. You'd multiply the numerator. So 5 into 10, or 5 into 5 twos go 2 times, and then you say, oh, so 2 threes. So I'm going to actually write that we are multiplying. So the result, you use it and you multiply the numerator. So let's do that again right here. So we have our plus sign. Guys, 2 into 5 twos, or 2 into 10. 2 into 10 goes 5 times. 2 would cancel 2. Let me just write it. All right, so 2 into 10 goes 5 times, and then we'd use that 5 to multiply the numerator. So it goes 5 times, we use that 5 to multiply the numerator. So that is the concept. This is how I want you to imagine it happening. Then we have 2 3 6 plus 5 over 10, ladies and gents, and 6 plus 5 over 10, 6 plus 5, that is 11 over 10. We can just leave it right there as an improper fraction. But I want you to understand this concept, ladies and gents. Okay, have that written down, and let me just do another one real quick. All right, so we have, let us say we have 3 over 5. Let's use the same 3 over 5 plus, let's say 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3. Here we have this, ladies and gents. Now, what would be the LCM for this right here? Now, we all know that 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3, the denominators are the same, so you could really just add them. But I don't want to do that right now, ladies and gents. I just want to go through the process. What is the LCM for 5, 3, and 3? It is 15. It is 15. The lowest number that 5, 3, and 3 can go into, it is 15. All right? Or we could just write 5 times 3. So the 5 has something to go into, and the 3s have something to go into. All right? And we'll go through the process again. 5 into 5 threes goes 3 times, and you use to multiply the numerator. 3 into 5 threes goes 5 times, And you use that to multiply the numerator. Again, we have this plus 3 into 5 threes, because 3 into 15 goes 5 times. And you use that to multiply the numerator. So here we have 9 plus 10 plus 5 all over 15. Right, ladies and gents? So 9 plus 10, 19 plus 5, that's 24. We have 24 over 15, ladies and gents, and I'll just leave it as this improper fraction. Ladies and gents, the basic concept that we learned from primary school, I just wrote it slightly differently. This is what we're going to apply to simplifying algebraic expressions that are fractions. So we're going to go for a break right now, ladies and gents. And I'll see you on the other side of the break where we'll do the same thing, just using some letters. Thank you. Welcome back to Business School, ladies and gents. My name is Lance McFarlane from Sophomore Academics, and today we are looking at some algebraic expressions. We're simplifying them, specifically fractions. Now, what I did in the first segment was to remind us of how to simplify fractions. Things that we've been learning from grade 4 in primary school, right? So I did it slightly differently. Just because I wanted to compare to here. We have a letter, algebra. Ladies and gents, the concept remains the same. Always keep in mind, these letters actually represent numbers. All right, so let's go ahead and simplify this expression, ladies and gents. What would be the LCM of x and 5? What do I write here so that x and 5 can go into it and give you a result? Ladies and gents, look, take a look over here. Remember this? 5 and 2. Take a look at that. 5 and 2. What did I do? What we did was to just write 5 times 2. Same here. We had 5, 3, 3. We just use 5 times 3. So the 5 has something to go into, the 3 has something to go. Guys, same thing here. It's just gonna be 5 times x. I could have just written 5x. You want to do that? 5x? Or leave it like this. Let me leave it like this. And then, guys, we know the next step. We've been doing it from primary school. X into 5x. X going into 5x. So we have 5x and we have x going into 5x. X cancels x, that leaves you with 5. X into 5x goes 5 times. And what do we use with the 5 for after that, guys? We got 5 times 4. So x into 5x goes 5 times. Then you use that result to multiply the numerator. So x into 5x goes 5 times. We use it to multiply the numerator, which is 4, like that, plus 5 into 5x. 5 going into 5x. This is how you'd write that. 5 going into 5x. 5 cancels 5, leaves you with x, don't it? So you use this x now, ladies and gents, to multiply the numerator. 5 fours, 20, plus x times 2 is 2x. And this is over 5x. Ladies and gents, we applied the exact same principles that we applied when we were using strictly numbers. It's the same concept. Nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing. We're going to go to a third question now, ladies and gents. All right? And we're going to step it up a notch. So just follow me to the third question right now. All right, ladies and gents, so here we are at number 3. We'd like to work this question. Now, 3 and 5. What is the LCM, ladies and gents? It would be 15. or I can write it as 5 threes for now. All right, 5 times 3 or 3 times 5, however you want to write it. It is the same thing because it is multiplication, all right? So the LCM is 3 5s, 5 3s, 15. They're all the same thing. 3 into 15 goes 5 times. So 3 cancels, 3 gives you 5 times. And you use that 5 to multiply the numerator. So it's going to be 5 times the entire numerator, which is x minus 1. You put back your minus sign, which is here, all right? Then you go 5 into 15. 5 into 15 goes how many times, ladies and gents? 5, 3 is 15, all right? 5 would cancel 5, leave you with 3. So that 3 is gonna be used to multiply the numerator, which is 2x minus 4. All right, so this 5 used to multiply the numerator, this 3 used to multiply the numerator. And then, ladies and gents, it is really just to go ahead and further simplify the numerator. We know how to do this, right? It's going to be 5 times x and 5 times negative 1. So this is saying 5 times. Remember, there's an imaginary multiplication sign, and it means you should multiply each term that is in the bracket. So you end up getting 5x minus 5. And listen, this is where you be careful. Many students make a mistake right here. They forget that this is actually negative 3. And they just say, oh, 3 times 2x and 3 times negative 4. No, guys, it is actually negative 3 times 2x. So that's negative 6x. And then negative 3 times negative 4. Negative 3 times negative 4, negative times negative is positive. So we end up with a positive 12, ladies and gents. And then we'll put that over 3 5s, which is 15. And are we finished yet? Not really, because in the numerator, what do we see here? We see where we have what we call like terms, yes? So we have a term in x right here, 5x, and we have another term in x right there, negative 6x. What is 5x minus 6x? 5 minus 6, that's negative 1, so that's negative 1x, right? So it is negative 1x. Of course, quite often you don't see them writing negative 1x. They just say negative x. So this is negative x, ladies and gents. And then what is negative 5 plus 12? Negative 5 plus 12, same as 12 minus 5, which would give you a positive 7, and you put that over 15. And there you have it, ladies and gents. This has been simplified. It is really just using the same principles that we used from primary school till now. Ladies and gents, we're going to go for a break now. I'll see you on the other side of the break, where we'll just step this up a notch, just a little bit. Same principles though. See you. Tip for today, ladies and gents. During exam time, listen, get your sleep. All studies prove that you need your sleep. It helps you to absorb the information much easier. Get your sleep, ladies and gents. Don't fool yourselves. That's my tip for today. Thanks much. Welcome back to Business School, ladies and gents. My name is Lance McFarlane from Sophomore Academics. I'm a math teacher, and today we've been looking at how to simplify some algebraic expressions, particularly fractions. All right, so here we are at this question, ladies and gents. 3 over y minus 2 over y minus 2. All right, so you might be asking yourself, what is the LCM for this? All right, I mean, you look at this previous question and you can see where we have this 3 and 5. You know that the LCM is 15. But as you see how I wrote it, I just wrote it as them multiplying 3 times 5. Ladies and gents, just apply that to this. Write it as these two denominators multiplying. So we have y times y minus 2. So the y has something to go in, and the y minus 2 has something to go into. Just like over here. Ladies and gents, the same principles. All right, so let's go now. Y into this. So let's divide this by y, see what the result is. All right, just like we would say 3 into 3 fives, and you see what the result is, meaning you'd divide 15 by 3. All right, so let's do that. Here we have y multiplied by y minus 2, and we're dividing it by y right here. Y cancels y, it leaves you with y minus 2. And this is the entire result, y minus 2. I leave it in a bracket right there. All right, so the result of this into this, it leaves you with y minus 2, and you know that that should be used to multiply the numerator. All right, ladies and gents, so we're gonna have y minus 2 and multiply by the numerator, which is 3. All right, so this question, it will take some time. It will even take a little bit longer than you perhaps initially anticipate, but just go through it smoothly. Take your time. You put back down your minus sign, y minus 2 into right here. So let's do that. You have the y multiplied by y minus 2. You divide that by y minus 2. That cancels that. It leaves you with y. And so this what you get left with, you use it to multiply the numerator. So we have y multiplying by 2. Ladies and gents, and what you do at this point is to so we have y minus 2 times 3. So this 3 must multiply by here. We have 3 times y, 3 times negative 2, and we have this negative y times 2, ladies and gents. So what we end up having is 3y minus 6 minus 2y. And what happens in the denominator? Multiply out. Y times y is y squared. Y times negative 2 is negative 2y. Can this go any further? Just a little bit, because you have 3y minus 2y, like terms, you end up with y minus 6 all over y squared minus 2y. And ladies and gents, it has been simplified. So ladies and gents, this question, let's move straight into it. Let's see, you tell me, what would be the LCM? I think by now you guys getting the drift. Multiply the denominators. So it's gonna be b minus 5 multiplied by b plus 3. Beautiful. So if you thought that to yourself, then you're on track. What do we do next? B minus 5 into the denominator. You already, guys, we're moving smoothly at this point. B minus 5 into the denominator. You know, b minus 5 will cancel out b minus 5, leaving you with b plus 3. So you use that b plus 3 to multiply the numerator. So here we go. B plus 3. We're using it to multiply the numerator, which is b, plus b plus 3 into that, right? So b minus 5, b plus 3, b plus 3, b plus 3 into it. B plus 3 cancels b plus 3, leaves you with the b minus 5. So we have the b minus 5, which will be used to multiply the numerator, right? The numerator being 2 in this case. And then you go ahead and you simplify the numerator. This is b times b, that gives you b squared. B times 3, that gives you 3b. Plus 2 times b, that is 2b. 2 times negative 5, that gives you negative 10. Over. Now, you remember how to do this. Each term over here should multiply each term over there. So we have b times b, b times 3. So we have b squared plus 3b And then we have to now use the -5. We use the -5. -5 times b, -5 times 3. So -5 times b, that is what, ladies and gents? So that is -5b. And then -5 times 3, that is -15. Ladies and gents, are we finished just yet? Not really. We just have one more step to go where we have these like terms, 3b plus 2b. All right, that is what, 5b. So what we end up with, ladies and gents, equal to b squared plus 5b. Are you seeing this? Minus 10, right? And what about the denominator? It's over, let's go, b squared minus 2b minus 15, ladies and gents. And there you have it. Simplifying algebraic expressions that are fractions. The same principles from primary school, we're just now applying it to what seems more complicated now. Thank you for joining us here at Business School. I'll see you on another episode. My name is Lance McFarlane from Sophomore Academics. Thank you.